Ag tilu is ag tro, a caihan an tida a law. The ahar and the brownie.
Oh, Bran. Oh, Brownie.
But there's better gur bran gur cart of air, eh?
No, it's Brownie. Brownie was the mother.
Oh, I see. Oh, I thought it was a brownie camera. So, now it's in the ahar.
Agus Brownie. Brownie was the mother of the cubs that we had.
Of the which?
She was the mother of the litter that we had. We had 6. And Daddy gave 3 of them to the father of the dog. You know, who started.
Where was this now? Just tell me this.
Conwent Road.
Why would Daddy been involved in that? Sorry.
Daddy was always involved with dogs. He loved dogs.
Right.
And we had a big yard.
Were you married when that picture was? Have you any idea when that picture was taken? Would you have been married?
Oh, yes. I would have been oldish because I would have taken Bran with me.
So, is Bran Brownie's child or the other way around? Well, Bran is one of the litter of 6 of this mother Brownie.
Yeah.
Right, okay. Right.
And my father was always dressed up, and he always had his hat on, and he had always a handkerchief in his pocket.
That picture is taken, am I right, in the back of Convent Road in the communal yard area?
Yeah.
And what have you any idea what age he would have been at that stage?
I would have been young. 18, I suppose.
But what age would he have been?
My father?
Yeah, in that picture.
He's very smart looking. I think he would have been 50-ish.
Right. And what was he working at the time then?
It was probably the time of the foot and mouth disease.
Right.
And they all had to give up full-time work and go on piecework. And he was doing piecework in the abattoir. They weren't allowed to kill cattle in a private yard. They had to do it in the abattoir in the city.
This is because of health and safety or foot and mouth health and safety reasons, okay. And he had been, when he was working full time, was he working as a butcher for someone in Dugleary or Blackrock or something like that?
No, he was working for the actual abattoir. They'd have so many cattle then they'd have to be killed that day.
And where was this, in the city or where?
Yeah, the North Circular Road.
The North Circular Road, is it? Okay. And would he have to go in there then? He would go in there during the day to do his work, was it?
And he'd have to walk out with the cattle, drive them out. He would buy them for his own butcher.
Right.
And he'd take them out, he'd drive them out, and he'd kill them that day. That was before the private slaughtering came in. And he earned a lot of money because I remember he earned £20 a week when I was earning 5.
Is this as part of the process of piecework? Is that
piecework?
Piecework where he got paid per, depending on how many he slaughtered, isn't that right?
Yeah.
And you were saying so that would have been in the early 40s, was it?
1940.
Was the war on at that time, or?
Yes.
All right, so that was in wartime.
Yeah.
Well, the foot and mouth disease came during the war, did it?
Yes.
Right. So that was a lot of money he would have been earned then at that time.
A lot of money. And he had to pay a levy to keep the likes of us We were on strike, you see.
Right.
And
Because you were working in the butchers as well, is it?
yeah,
So
but
say the butchers were on strike then.
the butchers were on strike, but we didn't need to be on strike because I was employed as an accountant's thing, and the others wouldn't be allowed to work with me unless I was a member of their trade union.
Right.
So I had to be a member of their trade union. So I was. Then another pork butchers down the town came and asked me would I go to work with them, and I was on strike. I said I would, on condition they gave me full pay.
Right.
They gave me full pay.
So who was that butchers? What were they called?
Horligers.
Horligers.
Yeah.
Where were they?
They were there. The pound shop was there now. You know that.
Down beside the church.
Yeah.
It? Right.
And they were very good to me. So then I had to leave them. But when we went back, it was very.
Why did you leave them? Because the strike was over, is it?
The strike was over,
And you had to go back.
and we went back, and it was very, very uncomfortable
Sorry, what was uncomfortable? Sorry, the atmosphere, is it?
because the boss thought that we shouldn't have gone on strike. It was being disloyal, and
Right.
I was surprised.
And who this was? Is this Hicks?
Yeah,
Right, so just to get it clear, you were originally working with somebody called Hicks, and for a period during the strike you went working for Horligers, and after the strike was over you came back to work with Hicks.
yes.
Right. And you're saying he was unhappy, he felt you shouldn't have been on strike, is it?
He felt that we were disloyal to him,
Right.
but he was never anything more than a businessman. He did his businessman. He was a businessman and the most honest man I ever met. But he was a businessman, and that's just it. But he felt to see one of the Mrs. Hicks' niece was living with him, and he was able to mind his children for him. But then she wasn't allowed to work with us when she came back. Because she didn't go on strike, she wasn't allowed to work.
By the other workers, is it?
By the
She was
trade
blacked,
union
is it? Yeah,
rules.
she was blacked by the trade union.
Yeah.
This was recorded with Maura Eco Gond on Friday the 17th of June 2011.